our new Monday leg day program. We're doing this for the next 3 weeks. So we have the part A, we have 3 parts to it, 3 different exercises, and we're going to do 3 rounds of it. First one, our banded clams. The band is going just above the kneecap, don't pull it up too high, so just above the knee. We're sitting on a chair ideally, so not a couch, make sure it's just a little bit hard. Feet planted on the ground. I'm going to lean forward, keep the back straight, pull the hands back here, or you can hold on to the chair to pull yourself into position. You're holding for 1, 2, and then back up. So a really important part of your back is here, this lower part. We don't want it rounded, that's rounded now, so I have to really pull myself up into this position to keep this really strong, from all the way down my back. So if I come any lower, it's now rounded, so keep really upright, and then back up. Okay, we're doing 10 of these. You're pausing for that 1, 2, feet are stuck to the floor, and back up. I'm not letting them come out to the side, not letting my toes come off the ground, really solid on each one. And you'll really feel it in your bum. Okay, so that's split second, 2 second pause, 10 of them. Then we go into hamstring raises. So we're on the ground, lying down on our tummies in a prone position. So lying down here, we're going to go for double leg raise. Hands are on the ground, feet are pointed straight. I'm going to try raise from the hip bone, so not from the knee. I'm raising up, down, up, down. Head is staying in neutral, so I'm not like arching. I'm also not bringing my upper body up at the same time, just the legs moving up and down. Feet can be slightly apart on this, not together, so do keep them apart. After I do 10 double leg, then I'm going to go for 10 single leg, and then 10 on the other leg. Really important thing is that you don't bend from the knee. Okay, a lot of people think their legs are straight here. That knee's bending, we don't want that, so keep it totally straight from the hip. So 10 double, then 10 single, and then lastly, we are doing a squat. So 1990s, we're going to squat down into a goblet squat, so holding the dumbbell or kettlebell here. We squat down, holding it tight here. I'm going to internally rotate my knee to the floor, back up into the squat, internally rotate the knee to the floor, back up to the squat. My torso is always pointing forward. I'm not turning my torso as I'm doing it, so I'm staying forward all the time. If this heel comes up, that's fine. If you have to keep that heel up, that's okay in order to touch the ground. If you need to come up higher, so if you can't physically get down there, and even just bringing that knee in and back out, you're changing side each time, that's okay as well, okay? You mightn't have the hip mobility to be able to sit this far down, but this is what we're trying to work on and working through the hip bones. And when we're at the bottom, just make sure that we're not switched off, that we're not like this, okay? So actually get yourself into a strong back position and come through it, okay? Keep that torso forward, don't twist. 10 of those, 5 and 5, and we have 3 rounds of everything. Second.
Okay, part B of the Monday program, we've got a banded front squat or goblet squat. So we're going to get that weight, you're holding the goblet position, pulling my arms in and pushing up against the weight. Okay, so in nice and tight, pull in, push up. Okay, so stay nice and compact with the dumbbell. From here, I'm going to make sure that I drive my knees out, my hips go back and down, all the way, staying nice and strong and tall with the chest, not letting this happen. That is not what we want. The band is there to work against, create extra tension through the body, chest up nice and tall, drive the knees out. We have 14 reps of that, okay? Make sure we go all the way down the bottom as low as we can, that it's not just real bouncy. You want to make sure that you're working extra hard to go as low as possible, okay? While maintaining form. That's your first exercise, 14%. Then we're going to pop the band off and we're going to do like a side lunge power drive. Okay, so this is a bit of an athletic movement. We're going to get a nice wide base. I'm going to sit back into that side lunge. If I'm on my right leg down, my left hand is up, my left leg is completely straight. I'm staying nice and tight. From here, I'm going to pull myself into a nice athletic position. Just pop the hip up, back down. Concentrating on getting as low as possible. Driving up. What you'll see here is that as I push up, this leg is going to be as tight as possible, my glutes are as tight as possible, and I'm pulling myself into that drive position. Okay, from the side, we're going to sit all the way down, pop, pop, as low as we can. Really athletic, really strong. You've got 10 on the right, 10 on the left. Things that will go wrong here, guys, is that you'll just do this, you get really loose, and it'll just be like limp as we stand up tall, okay? So you want to be nice and tall, not just floating, okay? So you have 10 and 10 of those. Then your third exercise, nice and explosive again, very handy for Olympic lifts. We're going to do the weighted squat jump. We're going to hold the weight, so kettlebell or dumbbell, chest up nice and tall. I'm pulling in with my armpits like I've got 50 euro underneath each armpit, and from here I'm exploding up, chest nice and tall. Again, I'm concentrating and using almost like that, exploding up and back down again. Chest up tall, up. Okay, from the side, it is not a deadlift jump, so it's not this. It's not rounded over. It's chest up tall, push to the ground, up. Loads of power. So you have 10 of those. So it's 14 front squats, 10 and 10 side lunge drive, and then 10 weighted squat jumps. 3 full rounds of that, and that's our Monday program.